Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Head down.
And commercial there from Neon Train, the presenting sponsor for the women's event. Thanks to Rob Belleville and his company Neon Train. Their support. Rob is doubling sometime this week as a commentator as well, and you'll hear him later. I think today.
And if you recognize his voice, it's because it's him in the ad that you just saw as well.
That's right.
Mine's good. Curling.
Reminding everyone that Neon Train is the presenting sponsor for the women's event. Also for the men's event, we want to thank Steel Subaru for being the presenting sponsor. And if you're out and about, make sure you pay attention to our partner sponsors, the Curling Store, Crombie Reet, Scotia Square, Murphy Hospitality Group, PEI Brewing Company. Excellent supporters of curling and continue to come back to support our awesome sport that we love. We also want to thank our supporting sponsors, Stanhope Simpson Insurance, as well as Stu Sells Realty.
If you're watching, catching in the corner of my eye, we're down to last stones, I believe, on sheet 4, where Mary McIndriscoll is up on Team Quillen 1-0, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rocks in the reins, and 4 out front. It's a messy looking situation. You can kind of see on our screen. Oh no, just the edge of it. There you go, you can kind of see it there.
Tighter, running, we're wide, running.
So on our sheet, a little deep on St. George's Rock.
Yep, hard. Full force.
Looking for this one to dig in, and just a little light. One a little heavy, one a little light. Take the average of 200 shots.
It would be perfect. It's always tough. You never want your first stone when you have last rock and you're coming around the center guard. You never want it to be back 4 foot. But then for the next team, it's like, do you go to it or do you go top 4? And you're trying to shut down the scoring area, of course, when you don't have last rock. Trying to keep play to the center and take away those counters at the back. And I think this one is fully on the guard, and I don't think that's going to stick around.
Yeah, that was...
So we'll see the free guard zone come into play here.
Allie was freeing him of the free guard zone.
Allie was just going to put the rock away. I think her team might have... noticed.
You can see like only half. Yeah, I think that was. I don't think it was that far. Okay. Or this. I don't remember the half.
Hello and welcome back. And number 3 here.
The intern is the wide side that Allie was indicating. I know you can't see it there. We're looking at Allison, who's throwing. But it's a draw either way, one side or the other.
Yeah. Now that when the free guard zone, when they hit that rock and the shooter actually rolled closer to the center line, could she have left that?
Top 4.
Yes.
Top team.
Yeah, everybody assumes that you just have to put the rocks back, and so sometimes you'll see a team even with like the no tick rule. If they're going to tick the other team's stone, they'll stop it. But the rule is that the non-offending team can decide, do you reset, so you take away the stone that's been thrown and put the rock back where it was, the guard, or do you leave it the way it lied? Yeah. So you could
because I'm wondering if it was a better situation. Yeah. It wasn't going to be their rock, but it would have been a center line guard, and that red one would have been exposed.
Yeah.
So just...
Yeah, oftentimes I find teams automatically default to just changing it back, and I'm always like, "Whoa, you could."
I think that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Nice
the offending team, St. George, not Offending sounds so mean, but their rock was the one that hit the guard. They just assumed it would go back, and no wonder. It's a good point, Hugh.
You got one a game. Just one a game.
Well, you got that one done early then.
I
Third end.
Drop the mic. We're done. Well, for Allyson to hit and roll behind, and if you can, Allyson can hit and flop on top of that redstone. Advantage MacNutt.
Clean. 10-5. Clean. Yep. 10-5. Yep. Hard, Maria. Hard.
Don't want to roll too far. They just, and that one went a little too far.
We'll push that further back into the back 8 now.
Still shot stone.
So, what do you do here?
Well, for Team St. George, there's 2 yellows at the ring, so they're in a force position regardless. They could try and play a big weight and try and blank the end, like you'd see the guard gone and maybe raise that onto the yellow in the top of the rings, but this team tends not to play like that, do they? They go aggressive, just calling the draw.
She can freeze on top of that yellow one. T-line's a little deeper than what they want. But it's out there. They need a curl.
On est T-line. Back 4.
Just onto the sheet here. Laurie's first
Changing call now.
guard did not move it off the center line.
Yeah, they'll try and get close to freezing their own. That's an unfortunate miss.
You could play the double on this, I think, Selena, but I think what they're playing is a board inside flop.
Yeah, the double looks pretty makeable. This flop is tough.
Flop is very tough, I think. But I think the double is makeable, and you're sitting 3. You're in there. Oh.
They're both good results.
Yeah.
Solid 11. Wait, big board. Whoa. Big board. Yep. Hard.
Might make the soft weight double here. Oh, and not quite. Still hits it high side.
But it looks like yellow might be shot now.
And it matters. It's hard, though, if you go after.
And yellow is shot, so...
if you try and go after that, by making the run, your shooter's not in the rings, and that red will go pretty quickly. So a little bit of a forced situation for Team St. George to get another red stone in the rings. So Jamie Sinclair will have a go at it.
Top 4. Back 4. Je pense que ça va être toi.
Learn the curls as well as.
And this one is not where they wanted it either. So it might be.
Ooh, not even sure if it's shot. I was thinking that would stop in the 4-foot. It just kept gliding. Maybe Allie's not sure either. Same shots there, though, of course. And for Team MacNutt, I don't think it matters all too much. I think this is the shot they're playing, even if red was shot stone.
Yeah, I think you want to go in there. It's a lot of ice, eh?
Yep.
That is a lot of ice.
Hugh, did you happen to see the end results in the McCutcheon, Driscoll, and Quillen game?
It was at least a 2 for Quillen, but I'm not sure if it was 3.
Interesting.
Top 4.
It's way out there.
Needs to curl. Yep.
With the right weight, it does move.
Really hard.
Gotta go hard on this. It's not bad. Would have liked to have been.
Sam, t'assois. If you can't stick that.
Let's not set something up. Unfortunately, they did.
Yes, it is, but that's a tough shot.
Is that not just punching? If you skinny that first yellow on the left behind the guard,
Yeah, it might just
isn't that
punch
just
it right
punching
back.
it back onto the reds though? And your shooter
Yeah, I think you might be right.
should be trying to plant the red, but it's tough.
We were here for the first two. The stream
It's not a bad spot by Maria. Pretty tough not to make a jam.
on the stream with us.
Yeah, you'd just be picking it out,
Picking it out, and then she has
they'd
the
have
same
the
shot
same
again.
shot.
Watching from
Normal.
I'm not 100% sure what the final call here is.
Yeah, neither am I.
Hit it hard.
Gotta go.
Well,
No, they got shot out of that.
but if Allie can hit that and just
That's not what they were trying to do, right?
not sure who said that. If it was
Maria.
Maria.
This looks like men.
So if they can just get in just inside it's slight.
Okay.
Nose is good.
Okay.
Like a little roll. Center. Okay. Got Alex.
Right to it.
Don't want to roll too much though, Selena.
No.
Just in case Laurie comes around and draws.
it.
You want to be able to push. You want to be able to have that shot to run it back.
Yeah, I think just a hair low, like nose probably clips the back yellow.
And that's okay, even if you clip it.
Yeah, you just don't want to jam.
Yeah.
So I'll have to
Not
cross the
wanna jam.
face
You
or
gotta
get to the
across
nose.
face.
10-5. Yep.
They're on it right away.
Yep.
Well, we're not going to jam it.
There, got a little bit of a nudge on that side yellow.
I think the shot now is slight overlap, almost, not quite, but enough to be in the.
So as much as we're there's 5 yellows in the rings.
Yeah. But Laurie can still get her newest and
she
deuce out of this.
I know, this is the wild thing about the game. She's got to make this one though.
Normally you don't hear the when you're lying, when there's all there is 6 yellows in play. 5 of them in the rings. But she better make this one.
Yeah.
If we're top 4, she can't do anything with it. Parce que elle est comme de même là. Elle est comme overlap un peu.
That's why she's coming this side. If she half buries or partially buries, then you can't do the run back because they would be too overlapped. Now, if she came the other way and it was wide, I think you could get to the inside of that the yellow and do the run back. But
This is for the skipper's deuce. If she gets into the 4-foot, you heard her say they can't. Allie won't be able to remove it or get at it.
Allie will have a shot. She can come around the other side and plunk one on.
And this is wide out and a new path. We haven't seen this draw.
Going line already.
And you know how much it'll curl. It's they're trying to get this by the guard. Oh, the weight wasn't too bad. Doesn't get shot and doesn't get second or third.
Oh, the outturn. Yeah, I think try and hit it, it's gonna jam.
I like that.
So they're never going to get two with
I
that.
like the outturn draw. Even if we like just half wrap.
I like this thinking. They originally looked at the tap on the yellows, yellow, but the trouble is then Laurie would have the angle raise on the red, and it would be for a single.
Yeah.
Because no yellow other than the shot stone would be in the 4-foot. So this thinking here
15, 420.
is draw and try and get a piece of the button there and be a tough score.
Tough tap. Yeah, because right now she only has to tap to the 4-foot, right? And she gets that button. That's a tough tap. Looking at a steal.
You got it, right out.
I got a 15 on Maria's top 4.
Yeah, I think a high 14 is close. Is this the same path?
Yeah.
Good discussion.
Yeah, the sweepers have the job of, I mean, the thrower obviously has to throw the weight, but there's that range of the allowance that you can have as a thrower, knowing that your sweepers will take care of it.
Yo, stay tight.
Top 4! I think we're okay, actually.
Stay tight.
Top 4!
They like it.
Hard.
Please go close.
Hard.
Top 4! Yeah.
Down hard.
Can they get it to the
They get it by.
4-foot?
They get it by. Oh, a little rough, but that's not bad.
Yeah, it blocks off that outturn draw. So just the
that's
tap.
a little rub.
Yeah.
Just a little rub. That would have been a dandy.
And we keep saying it looks like a lot of ice, but that's how much it curls.
So Laurie will be playing a
Ça nous prend back 4.
back 4 weight.
Un pad de moins. On était quoi comme moins 40? On était back 4?
No, you get top
She's
4.
facing 4 yellow. You best be online here.
Yeah, they're just talking about the line. Laurie said it's a little bit less
Même tu pourrais lancer le
ice than her first
Je lance la main moite.
because the sweepers took that the whole way.
Need to make sure you're out to the broom on this one, Selena. Cannot be inside.
Spills into the 12 to 6.
And it's just back 4 weight. You can't throw any more than that, or you'd punch
And you could punch
your
it right
stone through.
Only back line!
Big spin. That's more than the first one.
Back line!
Looks pretty close. Looks pretty good.
They're saying back 8, so then you might not want to hit it quite as full. This is still curling. Will it stay? Oh, and just goes through.
Steal it 2. So after 3 ends, it's MacNutt comes back with another steal of 2, and Nick takes a 4-2 lead going into the 4th end. So, back to start the 4th end. Saw our commercial from Gahan House. I've been to a couple of the Gahan houses. I haven't been to the ones in New Brunswick. I didn't.
No, I've only been to Nova Scotia and PEI.
Yeah. Did it start in PEI or was
Yeah.
it here in Halifax? It wasn't PEI, wasn't it?
Like I didn't see it playing out that bad.
Yeah, and they're at a couple locations, or they're at their second location in Halifax. They were down in
Okay.
historic properties before, originally,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've been to the newer one in the Nova Center a few times. It's
Yeah.
a good spot to go before like big sports games.
Yeah, no, it's a great spot.
It was way too precise to not even give you much. Yeah.
Team St. George, they'll maintain the hammer. They would have loved to score there. Probably okay, given how the end progressed. It's one of those ones where, you know, you can pretend the other team had hammer and got 2 and move on.
Yeah.
Park it.
Yeah, that one they had to go on it because the line, Selena, which just kept the
Really
weight up
curled,
and,
Yeah.
heck of an in by Team MacNutt, though. Yeah, if you don't go on that one, you give up 5. So they had to go.
No.
Christina maybe realizing out of her hand it was a little wide, but they had to get to the backing.
That didn't want to. Still came back quite a bit.
So this isn't a gimme.
So in the last end where Team MacNutt put the center guard up, in this case they went into the rings. So Team St. George, they're not going to come around to rock in the rings or hit it. They want to generate points. So you see the corner guard. That's from Cynthia St. George. She's saying she's in nursing school and got a note. She's done in December, and also woohoo! Like that's an intense program. Congratulations to Cynthia for being done in about a month. Well,
Congratulations.
month and a half, I guess. We're only in November 1st today.
Line's good. Same path.
Just because it's good.
Same path. Easy line.
Not indulging us right
Hey, sit girl.
It's been so long since I was in school. I feel like,
Yep.
oh, it might be fun, and then I remember like, oh yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. Good job.
Nice, Grace. Good sweep.
That's a nice shot by Grace McCusker.
girl.
See
Yeah, I
Laurie.
didn't feel like Team MacNutt had a great handle on the ice in the first end, maybe throwing the wrong weight for the broom, but it really feels like they're having a grip on what each shot will do now.
Patient, 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 patient.
And this looks nice. High in the rings. Peeking out the other side just a tad, but not enough to risk.
Allie looking to have Allyson MacNutt come in and put this in the top 4 foot.
Hello and welcome back to the 1824 Steve Sells Classic.
So it was over on sheet 4, it was a 2. So Quinlan goes up 2-1 over Mick and Driscoll.
We've got some scores on the other sheets too. If you're not looking online, on our other streamed sheet, Ladouceur playing Team Black and up. Ladouceur up 4-1 after 3 ends. They're just starting the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, score 2, and force the other team to 1, and you'll lead by 3 points. And then in the Malay English game, after a blank in the first,
Maria was on that the whole
each
way.
team has scored a single, so that's tied 1 apiece. They're also playing 4.
I think they do color.
So that one, Allison, was heavy and goes through the rings after us giving them the curse that they seem to have their weight control. Wasn't that the case? So I didn't say it, you said it, so
My bad.
blame that on you. You did a quick hair dye change this morning. You got rid of the orangey red.
No more red, no evil clown. Pretty hard to get the makeup off, I have to say.
Of the event, we are here till Sunday. Admission is free. Come join us at the club or continue to listen on the screen because on the stream.
What do you think here? I like ripping that corner guard.
Trivia with
Yeah,
Yeah, I like this shot.
I don't mind the center still being there.
this is for you too.
There's no point. I think if you can get two shots out of 1, but the straight peel's okay with this too.
Yeah,
It's early enough in the game that you're just trying to
that's the one that's going to
bring
hurt
the
you.
rocks closer together, get the force. But you can see why on Allison's first it would have been so important to keep that,
Yeah.
to not throw that through, like to keep that shot in the rings. Then there'd be 2 yellows here instead of just the 1. So gets the roll for the guard.
So game on.
So take some time.
Good throw.
See if anyone listening can help us out here. We might look around the lounge for some help.
Quinlan comes back with a steal in the 3rd and over on sheet 4 to take a lead of 3-1 as well.
No, we'll let it go for about
So the draw is called here, but this one isn't curling as much as.
Well, it looks warm too, doesn't it not?
Yep.
So, the aforementioned already, throwing the
Yeah, we would have expected that with the right weight to curl a little sooner.
off the center. So
Yeah, what do you do?
so chose, but just go. Draw.
The freeze looks pretty dandy. Red's sitting 2 right now. St. George. So
Yeah.
it's but that's a big center guard to come around. Those 2 rocks.
You don't like the hit and roll.
I don't think they have to. I think you plant one in here really nicely and you all of a sudden have the scoring area is only the center of the 4-foot.
True.
I know there's an in-off double off the yellows and
Yeah,
there'll
I
be
just like
shots.
the fact that you're up by 2. I don't like all the reds in there. You got to make this.
It's definitely aggressive. The much more
definitely
defensive
aggressive.
call is a hit and roll in.
Top 4.
Running.
Top 4. Coming off.
Wait
Coming
only.
off hard now.
Wait only.
Top 8.
Yep.
Gotta go if it's top 8.
Hard.
That is.
Yep.
Ooh.
I-
We
I-
never thought the guard was in play.
Well,
Hugh,
I thought it was actually.
maybe sweepers never thought the guard was
I was
in play.
directly behind the line, and they thought it was out there, and saying it just didn't look it from where I was sitting. The old man can still see a couple. That's why that got me nervous.
Top 8.
It's tough because if you're sweeper and you think the weight is perfect, you're not so worried about the line, and neither is the skip, right? But it was a little light. Top 12's light.
Top 12 was way light,
Emily and Cynthia. Laurie coming in.
and that's light. So
Couple of misses here as we get through the first of Mate's rocks.
Yeah.
play the hit and roll.
You might get your wish here. I don't think any kind of a tap on the yellow is easy. This is the easier shot.
This is the shot. And a tap on the glass if they call a different one. Turn around, look at your score. You're not down by a bunch. You're up by 2. You can roll and be pretty close to being shot and buried.
Yeah, the junk out front is going to favor Team MacNutt if this
Little
one
pop out
can
on
get in
that.
there.
Need to curl.
So there's
Like the draw, Jamie.
quite a variety of options here. You've got a raise on the red, you've got hits off the yellows, and you've got the draw.
I like the draw here as well.
White.
So Jamie just came up a little light on her first, and I think this side, the outturn side where Maria came up light, might be a bit slower. It tricked the Team MacNutt sweepers. So she'll be giving this a bit extra. I don't like hearing lines tight
Gotta go
because
hard
this
on
is where they'll go.
Only forward, only back 8.
Oh, it's heavy.
Oh, I don't think it's back 8 at all.
No, look at it. Look at it cut now.
Only back 4. Back.
Guard.
Well, Allie,
Time to make it.
time to make this one. Get out there and it varies so hard at the
Yeah.
end.
That stone almost touched the guard.
Exactly.
Opportunity here for Laurie to make that throw better.
So if you're not positive, I mean, they just watched their own as well as
The weight really comes
From the hog line in.
Jamie's.
From the
Yeah.
hog line in, that moves
at least still
a
like
tremendous amount.
It overburied by like a whole rock.
Yeah, and they
From
were,
a tight guard.
They were still showing. Same as on Maria's. It looked like it's way out there, and then hog line in. like it falls off the table. So Valley can put this one on, freeze that, and make Laurie's job tough.
T, good. T, almost back four. Back four, back eight. Back eight.
This one does look warmer than
Quite a bit.
So, I think Christina has been shying away from
That's tough. That'll slide into the back 12.
good jam on their own yellow.
I think the line was great with the right weight, but that just is too heavy.
Huge, huge opportunity for Laurie.
Back eight.
If she can get this in the top 4 foot, Ally's going to have to play some sort of a slash or an in-off.
An off or yellow one over.
The dead jam, but the dead jam stays back. So, maybe a moment of panic there for Christina, but just fine.
Just saw the sweetest little interaction, both on the sheet beside us. A rock just flying off the side after a shot from Team Black, and Christina Black trying to catch the rock, Isabelle Ladouceur trying to catch the rock, and they're just very sweet to each other. I thought that was so cute.
Sit behind your own guard or two in the ring, sit two.
Backline.
Backline's not what she wants.
Don't you hate that when the sweeper calls the weight and you're the thrower and
Don't
you're
think
in
it's
shock?
back line.
Back four.
It's coming down a bit. Actually, it's not back line at all. It's pretty.
Yeah,
darn,
this looks good.
it's pretty darn good, I think. Yeah, that's not.
What in the is the sentiment there? It surprised them a little bit.
So what is she playing here? This is a straight draw.
Against 3.
Right hand side of center as we look at it. So just want to make sure the big shot. Guards plays perfectly.
Full four.
I don't even know that you can.
Got it.
You can
Oh,
definitely
I think you
full
can get
four.
shot.
Tough.
It curls. You
It
have to bite a
curls,
piece of
yeah.
the buttons. Tough shot, but I think just out counting 2 of the 3 reds right now would be a win
She
for
would
Ally.
take top 4.
In the early 2000s to start using numbers to communicate weight.
Different side of the sheet. She played the out turn on her first.
Oh, there.
So let's see.
Focusing.
Still, I think
Oh, top four. Wanna go?
Me too.
Top four. Wait, only.
They're waiting for it to curl. There we go.
heavy that does give Jill Brothers the opportunity.
Sweepers wanted to go on this. Oh, and I don't. They might have outcounted the other red at the top.
I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't look
might.
so good on the overhead in the club.
Sweepers really wanted to go on that.
And they ended having to, they were sweeping to curl and they ended having to go straight. And I think that's the story of the game a little bit is it will curl with the right weight.
Yellow from the, you gotta remember, Isabel left-handed throw has the added benefit of being in the other hand. You probably see a good amount of this stone from her.
There's a tap on the red.
We're being joined on the
I think the top of the reds is shot and get your 3 and say thank you very much. I'll take a 3.
So, thank you, Jack, for tuning in and engaging. And
I think it's yellow as well.
Trivia question. I'll repeat it one more time here, and we'll maybe get the answer at the beginning of the next end. In what years did Laurie Eddy come second?
Yeah. They all think
Yeah.
it's yellow.
Tournament of Hearts for the Canadian.
Looking at this double.
It never catches
Answer
this.
is still on the stream.
It never catches the back of this, right?
Looking at the double off that yellow one that's on the outside, I think.
If yellow is third shot, this is for 4. And it's no, they're saying it's no risk because
I don't like this.
I wouldn't play it by hitting the shot or the top 8 foot yellow first, but on the outside one. The trouble
So
is, as
is
you're
that-
seeing, is if they hit it, if they
Right.
don't hit it thin enough, that they'll go into the top of the yellow. So they're hitting the outside one first.
Like,
But if they hit it too thick and it goes into the top of the yellow, they could punch that into the forefoot and only get one. Right
Or
now,
give up a steal.
I think the steal's. I don't think the steal is a possibility
Harper.
What do you look?
because I don't think they can punch that yellow into the button
You
area.
don't think?
No.
You don't think if you hit it too thick. You hit what you see. It goes right on.
But they're hitting the outside one first.
Are they? I don't think they are.
Really?
I don't think.
All right, let's see.
I think she's playing on the inside one.
If it's an out turn, she's hitting the outside first. I think
Is
it's
it
the outside.
outside? Okay, well that's
It's the way to make it because it
well,
shoots
that's
the
what I
other
thought
yellow
too. Just the way
straight
she
across.
was indicating, though. I thought she was coming the other way. That way, you're right. There won't be any chance of a steal.
Yeah, this is the much safer way to play this shot. I think it's the only way. But it's there.
Jamie.
We know it moves to the wings. We haven't seen. We've seen the draws go to the intern side, but not the outturn side here. Big shot, Laurie St. George. Last shot, fourth end, sitting 2. Must be close. Oh, and look at this. Oh my goodness, and it's made for 4.
Just as we said.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Well, we're back at it in this sort of ping pong match. Now,
Yes.
St. George has the 2-point lead again. Yeah, Selena, that was a great call. That's what I thought her original call was, and then it looked like, for whatever reason, I thought she was saying go off the inside one, which was one of those ones, wrap on the glass and tell them that's a silly call. Well, it wasn't a silly call because she wasn't calling that, so no mistake on that one, though. Lovely throw, and yeah, the MacNutt had a couple of chances to get out, and she didn't make either one of them, and paid the price on that.
These teams only like scoring in multiples of 2, I see. Ending up with a big scoreboard here, 10 points total after 4 ends, 6-4. St. George
The
leads.
football game broke out, I think.
So MacNutt with hammer. Going from an up 2 position to a down 2 position. It's that's a tough mental hurdle for the team, but they'll get back to work halfway through the game, down 2.
That's good.
So I think I just saw a steal of 3 over in sheet 4 for team Quillen. Is it Quillian? Quillian.
Hello and welcome back here to the Halifax Curling Club.
That one just going a little deep there from Grace. Not in the rings, but not ideal for a corner guard.
4-3 Lattisewer. They will have the hammer.
Yeah, I think she would have liked that on the S and Stanhope Simpson, I think is where.
Are now looking to convert with hammer started off. Carly Everest, Powers on the brush, Jill taking quick aisle break potentially, and Christina Platt.
Over the last couple of years, sweeping is significantly changed.
This one a little deeper than I think they wanted, but
Turned out pretty good though. They were between ends, Team St. George was saying, okay, we're up 2. What's the game plan? Okay, so we'll go in and then cap it. But with the first stone coming to the
It's a little light, yeah, the change
top
of plan.
12, they got to do it the other way around.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, you put one in the ring, someone's just going to hit it.
So Team MacNutt, they could have put another guard up. This is good result, though, to get the roll partly behind the corner. We're still in free guard zone territory, so they cannot hit the guard.
How much do you see? Half?
Science, yes, some of it's
Can just
The
put
center, yeah, I think the center's the shot.
like this.
I think Emily was right. He can't hit the guard, so I think this is a better call.
well, that worked. Let's do that again. Yeah.
If you were super certain or the ice was straight and you really knew what would happen there, I just think we've seen so many overcurls.
Yeah.
Makes me go,
I
ugh.
don't think we've gone inside out on that side yet, so who knows what it does.
Narrow side to try to get more deeper.
Yeah, Laurie's in the last end was the first one inside out, and it was going the other direction with peel weight. So it didn't curl so much.
Once one person does it and it works, everybody starts doing it.
You want to get this one close to the center line to be in front of that red stone.
Okay.
I think we might see the same kind of shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get a miss like that, so
Either one. Either roll's not bad.
Yep. And
You got it.
it's rare to see extreme.
Well, we got a bit of a barn burner here today. Selena, it's
Yeah. Team with hammer tending to have something going on, with the exception of the steal of 2 in the third.
they're going to go the other way now, but I think he might get the jam here. Do you get the double?
Sharks taking a nice time.
Very gentle, almost double. Oh, it did get
Good
out.
though. Not a bad result.
As well as Neon Train. Sponsoring
They'd prefer that guard to be more of a corner guard than a center guard, but
Yeah.
yours,
Very
it's tight.
usable, though.
Yeah, it's
Tight
very
to the
tight
rings.
to the rings, so it's not a bad spot.
Both involved in both competitions now. We're getting to the second year.
That's fine.
Really added another.
So you see the awareness for Team St. George. They want to keep the shooter in play, so it's sometimes you'll have a shot with just one objective, like a peel. You just want everything gone.
yep, yes.
And in this case, it's a hit, but the roll is what they're looking for here, too.
Jamie. Art, Jamie.
Want to keep that red toward the center. Not where it ended up there.
No,
Not
that's
ideal.
Not what they wanted.
So, time to put that second stone in the rings for Team MacNutt.
Or do you like
What,
this?
what about a split?
They're both good.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I think if you put it in the center, there's a few shots, like a thin way to make a raise on the red, and St. George could roll the shooter into the top rings. So I think this is preserving the 2 points.
Yeah, I think this is a smart call. Come to the open side. Save the split for later when it just skips last rock and you get a shot for 3.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. Is they were talking about drawing around it, but like you say, it's a
Ah.
splittable rock. Yeah.
Back forward. Needs to curl.
Back forward.
As long as it's in. It can be deep. This one is fine to be deep. In fact, deep is actually pretty good, is it not?
I think so. It makes the harder
yeah, because-
roll on top from the
Right.
red.
If it's above the tee line, you play the hit and roll, and you can be behind center above the tee line. And so I actually kind of like back where it is.
They're looking at nose, like the raised nose double.
Yeah.
That's not an easy shot.
No.
She's saying nose. It might be a hair high to get that.
Yeah, nose, I'm not sure. I think you're right. I think this is a hair high. Can't be wide, though.
And just about hit the nose and didn't get any roll there. And yellow is shot. So Team MacNutt, they don't have to do anything with that red in the top 12. They're just going to play a come around.
Yeah, they're staggered. If Maria can plop one in behind in the 8 foot, it'll be an interesting call to see what Team MacNutt, our team St. George does.
Mais c'est eux. C'est pour ça que moi je disais, je sais pas.
Full avec, là.
And this one is on the guard. Just light. Oh, I've lost a bit of that. It's not the end of the world for Team MacNutt, but we're going to see 2 yet reds in the rings after this. They'll have the opportunity to come around the center guards, though. So Jamie Sinclair up. What I learned, I guess, a couple of years ago, Jamie was playing for the U.S., but I hadn't known was born in Canada and came back to play, but had to wait for the residency rules, had to live here for a couple of years, I think, before being able to play for a Canadian team.
Oh, is that how it works?
Turns out. I didn't know either. It makes sense. Then you don't have people flip-flopping countries.
Right, yeah.
And found her home on Team St. George.
Like, when you get onto the ice, you literally can't take enough ice. So now it rocks way longer, it breaks way bigger, and you have so much more energy. Versus like a square release, you can't hold them enough. All the teams are doing, they're even doing a half rock set, way more than us.
You're hearing Emily talk about how teams are managing the curl in the ice, and how with the up weight they just rolled out on Jamie's shot there, and very different with the draws versus the hits and when it's happening and how it's changing through the tournament. They need this one to stop. They want it to be high, top 4 foot.
Yeah, I think Maria was not going to be happy with those couple of shots there. One a little light and the next one a little heavy, but that's... How many times does that happen?
And in a spot where, both teams too, in a spot where it'll bury too with the, say the right weight. It's in the 4 foot, it's hard to criticize, but if that were really top 8 and then the sweepers were able to take it, the line would have been perfect. Can make a not so far off shot look really bad when when you just are a tiny bit heavy.
You know, you're playing in club curling, that's a good shot. Right, it's a decent shot, but in this, you got to be precision. Precision is a lot more important.
I think I missed 2 whole shots because we're on to skip stones. Gonna fix that. Sorry, everybody.
Mais est-ce que c'était un 50? OK, c'est bon, c'est bon. OK.
We'll be docking your pay for that.
I'm a novice rock counter.
Back 4!
So just looking for the freeze here. If they're calling back 4, it should be close.
Back 8!
Back 8's a lot of weight.
Back 8!
But it should finish.
It's moving. Oh, that's really nice. Shot stone. Maria's indicating hit and roll wide.
I don't know if that's there.
I mean, you're losing your yellow. But you have to move it. You have to do something to give yourself a chance to score.
It said hit and roll.
hear the front end. Not quite sure what the call is.
You could squeeze it, Selena, so that you could save your shooter and be shot, but
Yeah,
you
it
can't be
looks
playing.
better from the overhead than straight down.
Straight down. There's probably a rock width of separation. But not an easy shot, though.
Just a soft hit weight, trying to keep the shooter, punch that red stone as far over as possible. Waiting for it to break.
Just a lot of weight. Is that the weight call that they were playing? I don't think it was.
I think so. It was bored, but honestly, that red didn't get by that yellow by much. I think it was tough to make the way they were talking about.
I thought you could only really play like back line.
Why?
So Laurie looking at playing more weight and just removing this yellow stone. We'll have Ally face 3 on her last. Oh, I got the rocks right. Yes.
Look at that. We'll double your pay now. Keep that up.
What's anything times 0 is
still 0? Still 0, unfortunately.
Okay,
but my job is only to tell you how many increments you can have. So I've doubled it. I'm not sure. It's all I can control, Selena.
That's okay.
I don't know if they paid the heating bill this morning. Kind of chilly. Need a warming blanket or something.
So this is the soft weight hit.
Yeah.
And stick around. Honestly, I don't know that Laurie would mind if this rolls a little bit away. I know they're probably talking about rolling under, but.
Is she by the front?
Moving.
Is she by the front? I don't think she is.
Oh, no.
And does that push that in to be shot? Number 2. Wow.
That.
Where did that come from?
Do you know what rock she just threw? Do you know what rock that was? It's cut a couple times.
Wow.
Out of nowhere.
That was a really shocker. I mean,
I saw something on the ice.
that really came hard with
The big black thing.
with the big weight.
I saw something on the ice.
I don't know.
I think it was like on this side, but
You got it.
And what looked like you were going to be having a draw against possibly sitting 3, you're now drawing in for 3.
Yeah, you couldn't have much more of a momentum change with one rock than that. And it didn't look like it picked or anything. You hear Grace wondering what rock it was because it's cut a couple times, maybe with the lighter weights. Fair comment.
This one's running a bit, but it should curl and come up to the shot stone. Just clean, I think, is fine.
And I think we're going to break our tradition of multiple scores of 2 with a 3-pointer there out of nowhere.
A field goal by Team MacNutt to take the lead, up to 7 to 6.
do we like?
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Well, folks, we're back at it, and we're in number 6. I think there was a couple of games ago, there was a trivia question about the number of points scored in a match in the Scotties. I think it was 25. Still got a long way to go, but these guys are giving it a run. It's 7-6 now.
Ooh.
With a shot from, I still not sure what happened on Laurie's last rock. It didn't look like she threw it badly. And she had just thrown a lighter rock, and it just, I don't know if it didn't look like it picked either. But pushed the MacNutt stone in, and Allie had a wide open draw for 3 and made no mistakes. So
Yep. Hard.
lots of big scores.
Shocking, I think is the words that we have here.
So just some updates. Team Quillian over on sheet 4 steals another big end, steals a 3 this time, and takes a 6-1 lead. And over on sheet 1, it is Danielle Inglis who has a 3-1 lead over Team Malay. That's it.
And I heard, but they haven't posted the score, but oh, there we go.
There we are.
The score in the La Douceur Black game, Team Black getting a 2 in the 4th end to take themselves to 3 points, but they'll still trail Isabelle La Douceur by a single. La Douceur with hammer.
I think that's La Douceur has, I'm not sure what her record is. She's won, no, she's lost some.
I will tell you, I am
Alrighty.
good for something here. Isabel's at a record of 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Christina Black is at a record of 2 and 0.
Yeah. So I was going to say I would have thought Team Black would have been the favorite going into this game, but
so in our game, 6th end underway. We had a top 8-foot rock from Team MacNutt. A nice corner guard there from Team St. George. Oh, was that on the center line?
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was on the center line.
Is it there? No.
Well, it's got to be on the center line, some alley.
The front enders will take a look
There
because
we
they
go.
remember.
That's pretty close, I think.
So that was the no-tick rule coming into play. It wasn't the free guard zone because the thrown stone didn't remove the yellow from play, but you can't even tick it.
Can't tick it off that center line. So on sheet 8, it was a single by Team La Douceur. She had a chance, I think, for 2, but just slightly missed it, and but takes a 5-3 lead over Team Christina Black. Black has the hammer, playing the 6th end.
So after being forced
Waiting for this one to catch the curl to get off the corner guard. And just doesn't.
But still makes the center line guard. So Laurie's going to try to clean that up. There's too much mess up front, and
Yeah, it's when we talk about the all-important 6th end, trying to score, both teams will go pretty aggressive to score here. St. George has to remember they got 4, they were up 2, and now they're only down 1. So it's not panic mode at all, but it kind of feels like that sometimes when this happens to you. Got both spinning. Needed to hit that a little thicker to not spin that into the rings. They wouldn't have been happy with having those guards out front. So this
might just get rid of this one. That's what I like as well, Allie, and that's the one that's going to do you some damage. Allie doesn't mind if it's a blank end in the 6th end.
No, she doesn't mind. She doesn't have him. She'd love to steal, but
no, she doesn't mind a blank end in this end.
Yeah, she
so
doesn't
that,
mind a blank.
yeah.
She'd love to have someone score.
Yeah.
Or sorry, she would love to have a blank.
Yeah. It's all right. It's early.
Brain, early.
It's still early.
Oof. That seemed like a lot of weight.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be hit and roll, but that's okay.
So important for Emily Riley here to make sure that she sticks her shooter.
Yeah, got to stick around. All the way. Not a bad shot. She's hoping to roll just as much. Now will be looking to get rid of this. Allie could get the big roll. She'd probably take that.
Oh, it was a boomer food. Oh, what?
Didn't look like it.
Looked
No,
heavy.
came out good.
On to third stones, Maria Fitzgerald. Maria took after her sister Kate. Kate winning a Canadian Junior.
This one's close.
Oh, very nice to keep both yellows.
10-5.
So Laurie will be looking for Jamie to do the hit and flop again.
Let's go, Jimmy.
Yeah, Team St. George, they don't really have anything going for the deuce here, and if they blank, we'll see them wanting to also blank the seventh end.
Curl. Curl. Any roll, Sam. Any roll.
A little bit of a roll.
We'll have a very similar shot here.
It's almost exactly the same sort of positioning.
Keep the shooter, don't lose the yellow.
Got to go hard on this one.
Really hard. Yep. Hard, Grace.
They don't want this to fully cross
It's
the
good.
line. Ooh, just wanted a bit more roll than that. So Laurie's going to call the double right on the nose. I think if this were earlier in the end, she'd be asking Jamie to just play a softer weight tap and bump those reds or those yellows behind the tee line, but we're late enough in the end. Now it's blank territory.
Yep. Hearts in. Good shot.
Good enough to stick the shooter there on the side of the 12-foot.
And over on sheet one, Teresa Breen sparing as a skip for Team LA. And she has a shot to tie this up. She's down by, I think she has a shot to tie it up. She's down by 2, playing the 6th end. I think she's line 1 and drawing into the, she needs to be full 4, almost bite the 8.
I think Teresa is keeping an eye on our sheet. She's the coach for Team MacNutt. She can't do her coaching duties. She's playing.
The past 3 years, she's the chair of the event. So previously, she'd play and be the chair. And this year, she only had one role as the coach, and so now she's playing.
Had to have a second role.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her to do some commentating to do the trifecta. No mistake there by Teresa. She ties her up. Draws it, needed the 8, bite the 8, and she got the button.
Good job.
And on our sheet, we saw skip stones. Allyson MacNutt made the hit and stay.
I was thinking down
in there, we could probably take less, but
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Laurie will try and do the same.
yeah.
Just doesn't seem right a blank, does it, in this game? They're not
No,
going to.
maybe they've looked at the scoreboard.
Right, maybe. They're not going to make that record.
I don't know that an 8-end game will ever catch a Scotties. It's just you'd have fewer ends to score points in. But they made a good effort at it. There we go.
What did she say?
Such a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
It's nice when you yourself feels like, oh, we've scored a lot of points. That's great. We've generated. But then when it's a close game and it's a high scoring, then you know that you've also given up the points. That's usually the thinking there. 2 rocks to go, 1 per team. Not much you can do here if you're Team MacNutt. You just accept the blank and try and force in the next end. Team St. George.
Yep.
Okay with the blank. Don't get forced to the next end.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
That's a nice one. Gets a little bit of
Shot.
a roll.
Changes it up a little bit and forces it closer to the center. And Laurie's going to have to roll bigger this time to get out.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I think just a bit light there.
Well, sorry, folks. I think we got a commercial there by mistake. And while you were on the commercial, Laurie St. George, in fact, did not roll out and took a single point this end, not what she wanted. A little extra roll by Ally to get it closer to the center was what she was about the distance. And
swept the thrown stone the whole way down and just couldn't get the shooter out of the side 12. So we're playing 7 and the score is 7-7.
7's all around. Do we get money for that? Like, isn't that like a casino thing? 777?
It's a lottery ticket.
It's
you
a
can
lottery,
play.
yeah.
777.
Yeah.
I buy them.
Oh, do you?
I give them out. I don't play that much. They're fun every once in a while. I like the crossword, where you gotta like uncover your words. That's my game. So anyway, all tied. A bit of a surprise. I think everybody was expecting a blank there, and a score of 1 to tie things up. MacNutt, after all that back and forth, we're at a tie game, and they've converted themselves to having the hammer without having it at the start. So there we go.
This could have been a 2-end game. Almost. Well. Oh.
So now, what's the game plan, Hugh, for these two teams? What do you think?
Well.
7th end, nobody really wants.
Well, I think
no one wants to be forced.
St. George wouldn't mind forcing them to 1 and having the hammer coming home in 8. Who knows? It's been one of those games. Someone could score 3 and someone could steal 2, and I'll let you know after a few more rocks what I think might happen. But
Curling!
Allison's rock. Needs to curl.
It's going to be St. George that's putting the pressure on to try and force the score of the single. Team MacNutt, you're seeing the come around, although a little deep there.
A little deep.
From Grace instead of the corner guard.
That's not what MacNutt wanted. Actually, the yellow's wide open on the other side. So.
Je pense qu'on est toutes là.
So they're looking for this one to be a little lighter than the last, that yellow, or freeze down to it at this point with it being a little heavy. That works.
You come at it on either side, I think.
Ally's just waiting to peel the guard. Just get another rock in here. Try and be shot stone.
Yeah. Ally doesn't mind those rocks grouped at the back because she's going to want to try to blank this end.
Hair tight.
Same path. Same path.
Hair path.
Running. Running.
Yep, Maria.
Keep
Hard.
curling.
Yep. Top 4. Mine's good. Mine's
I
good.
think they're going hard for weight to some extent there, but that really, it just straightened out a little bit there. That was diving hard.
It's a better shot. A little deep still.
That's 15.
15 hog to hog, so a nice result. And we have a final after the 6th end. We don't know the final score, but
Top 8. Top 4.
A score of 4 for Quillen. So 10-2 is the final. Quillen
Top
over
4.
McKetton Driscoll. Quillen,
Top 4.
the record will go to 3-0.
Wow, they've been looking tough.
McKetton Driscoll 0-4 after 4 games.
Jamie.
Times.
Yeah, you got it.
And in that pool, that's the opposite pool. There's 2 women's pools for this tournament. The pool that Quillen and McKetton Driscoll are in also has Black, Inglis, Ladouceur, and Malay. So all the other teams out on the sheet. And we are the lone game from Pool A in this draw.
Great sweet. I'm so scared.
And we saw the peel that we were promised. And I
I think the center line guard.
I missed our rocks there, so I think we're good now.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're trying to give that job away.
Yeah.
And
It's tough.
You had
I'm
said
trying
to
to pay
me,
attention.
you had said to me at the start of the game, you got this covered now.
I know,
you figured
but
this
then
out.
I got distracted.
Yeah.
You need a dedicated rock counter. It's like, have you ever done? I'm assuming you've done timing.
Yeah, I'm not
Like
good.
at provincials? I am not
I
good.
hate it. I can't do it because I end up watching the game, and then I used to do it when they had the when you couldn't see the screen out on the ice, when it just used to be the little chess clocks behind the ice, and then I could fix
Before
it. Right?
my time, yes.
Whoops, I missed them, and by the end of it, I'd even it out. But with the clocks, they'd catch me sleeping or watching another game,
Yeah.
so I can't do it. Like, I'm serious, I can't do it.
And yet, as a player, you hate to feel
yeah.
like you need to watch
Right.
your clock because
Yeah.
you have a timer that's maybe not watching.
Yeah.
Good M. Really good spot.
So if you're ever playing in a game and they got desperate enough to ask Hugh Avery to time, watch your clock because I'm going to mess it up.
You got it.
It's one of the toughest. You really just can't be invested in the game at all as a timer. You're just watching throws.
Peel.
Clean.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
So another peel here, a little bit of
Clean.
a pattern back and forth.
Hard roll.
Nicely done.
Good throw.
So we've made it to third stones here in the 7th.
Mais ça, c'est un petit peu moins de glace que
Surprise,
toi,
surprise, another guard.
Okay.
And Team St. George, they're shot stone right now. Or sorry, they're not shot stone. They're second shot, but it's frozen hot. So they're happy to protect the situation.
Update on sheet 8. Selena Black was down 5-3, and now she's leading 6-5. Took a 3-ender in the 6th end.
Hard.
Now this one's out a little wider than they wanted, so it'll be interesting now what she plays.
Still looking at the peel. It's so tempting to play into the rings.
I don't know if I...
I think you gotta roll
You
big.
wanna like just roll on top?
I think if you
I
roll
don't-
big, you're changing your game plan and you're going for a score
Going
here.
for a deuce, yeah. I don't mind the roll big, though, because if she goes after shot rock yellow, you get a chance to run it back on the red.
Yeah, you could
So,
open up.
Yeah, you could. I like
Bigger
this.
score.
I like this. I think that that guard was just. There's your opening. Guard didn't get over to the center line.
Good, yep.
Soft
10-5.
weight. 11 is a
Yep. 10-5. Whoa.
good board.
Yep.
10-5 would be a control. Watch the shooter.
Oh,
Oh,
rolled too
had to
big.
come up a bit more than that.
10.
Oh, they got a 10. So just a little heavy, didn't curl like they thought it would.
C'est correct. Right.
So Team
She wants
St.
a
George,
conference.
not shot stone. They would like to force.
Well,
If they put a guard up, will Team MacNutt just go around?
So what do? Like if you could hit the yellow, and you're going to likely roll over, but then you could set up a double in the reds.
True.
Yeah, you can double the yellows right now and keep your shooter. It's tough and it's risky.
Really tough, I think.
Là, on freeze. Jusque là,
Little high side, but I think the freeze is nice.
Freeze is not bad, but you're tinkering with it too,
faut pas
and
bien freeze pour que si jamais on touche la rouge, d'après moi, ils sortent toutes.
Tu sais, mettons que tu lances 2 tiers, tu
Comment je
roules
veux
un
dire?
peu, les 2 jaunes s'en vont.
They don't want to play the freeze and tap it a little too hard and unlock the yellow at the back.
yeah.
C'est tout sort. Il reste juste une
Ouais,
bière.
j'aime normal. Oui, ce qui est bon.
I think they're looking at the hit.
Ouais, c'est juste plus.
If she plays the hit, it could be a possible blank.
Yeah. We'll see if that broom is placed anywhere close to the center line. It's
Oh, she's
a hit.
playing a hit.
Wide. It doesn't get very. It is back T line lower down. And so Laurie's going to have an opportunity for maybe just a little hit roll. Roll of the set two.
calling a 10-5, I think, was the end result for the weight. So nothing too big in order to keep the shooter around for Jamie.
On it right away.
Yes, out of
Hard.
the hand.
Is she by the front? Oh, she is.
But
10.
that yellow in the middle stuffed.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
My first thought was wide, so she can't get under.
10?
I like nose, actually.
Nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think flopping under, you're almost forcing Laurie to play a freeze and really go for it. But she can make it too. then you don't have a chance to score or blank. Although at this point, I don't think we're going to see a blank here.
But you got to save this yellow.
Clean. Whoa.
It's got a curl.
Curl. Yeah.
It's really got a curl.
Hard.
Might get the double on the reds. Or jam.
Oh, look where that
Well,
red squeezed to at the back, though. I said we might not see a blank, and then
I was gonna say I might have to hold you to that.
I know. I didn't.
So what is she playing here? Just a freeze up to it?
Rock to track so much, and
is she playing a freeze?
I think so. I think that's really, if you play the double, you're allowing the blank. So I think.
Then Ally will throw one overhand and biff her down there and try to. Well, she'll need to keep her shooter because then there's a rock that Laurie will just come around the red one and.
Straight freeze.
Nothing to it.
It's the easiest shot.
Well, we know it'll move here for sure.
Ouais. Back 8. Yep, on est fort un peu. Back 4. On est like them.
Seems I think it's lighter than what they're thinking. I think it's light.
They gotta try and get shot out of this. Oh no.
Je pense que c'est sûr.
Oh. Yeah, we're in it now.
No blank now. I think now we can safely say no blank now. Yeah, they've done that the past. I've noticed the past few ends. They're hollering out a speed that's much deeper than what where it ends up. Like they were saying back 8, back 12. Were they not on that? Or back 8 at least.
Yeah, they were thinking it was all there.
Yeah. We saw in last night. Was it last night's game or maybe it was the afternoon game? Things came down a little in the last couple of ends. They were stopping a little quicker, so maybe got to be careful. There's one less game out there on the ice, and so there will be a bit of a change. And
yeah, that's pretty dramatic, though, for the sweepers. They've been thinking, although, in fairness, I didn't mention this earlier, I've been noticing that for Team St. George, they're always thinking Laurie's rocks are
heavier than everybody.
Heavier than they are.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole game, actually.
They kept saying back 12, and it would be top 4, so it could be the rock or how she throws it. I would think that if it's how she throws it, they would know
this
that.
One's close.
This looks really good.
Like it to curl a little bit. Like it to curl a little bit.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Oh, nice shot. I think it's just I don't think the double's there, Laurie, at all.
Oof. I don't.
Oof.
They're going to try. Oh, my.
Don't be narrow on this one or you're giving up another 3.
You have to skinny that red to make contact with the back one, don't you?
Yes. You have to get as close to that red as you possibly can.
So it's funny because I'm looking at the overhead. It looks so much friendlier from the overhead.
Thick enough where like Jen was like
ski line all the way.
really so. Yeah, with how much weight she'll be.
And this is not an easy shot. Can't afford to be narrow. You can afford to be wide and give up 2, but you don't want to give up 3.
Big shot, double attempt here. Let's see. Can Laurie St. George get rid of both these yellow stones in the 4-foot?
I think she's going to get
just one.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't think she was super good though. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll see if Allie can replicate that shot. She can afford a little bit more weight, but not much. She could come right down to her back.
It's a little bit more ice.
Okay.
She could come right back down to that her shooter and even bump it back a tiny bit and still be shot 1 and 2.
It's nice to be able to throw a similar shot. A little wider ice. You don't have to
play it as tight.
cute
Yeah, don't need
with
to
the
play
red
cutesy.
stone.
Don't take a lot more. You just threw it.
This has been a bit of a tense end, the 7th, with not knowing what way it will go, but a open draw to the forefoot for the second point here. Allie MacNutt.
They're not touching this one, though.
Calling back 4. It's starting to curl now. I think as long
Looks
as
pretty
they can
good.
bump the yellow, they're happy, and that'll do it
That'll
for
do
big
it for
2
2.
points.
Wow.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, "I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family." Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
So now we're going to play the 8th end. Team MacNutt with the deuce in the 7th end, taking a 9-7 lead. You know, I can't remember who told me, but someone a long time ago said if you can get to 9, if team can get to 9 points, you're likely going to win the game. You can always get to 9, and so they've got to 9, but they left out that part. If the other team's at 7, that's not a guarantee all the time.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And what do we have now? 16 points total in the game.
16 points, yeah.
Average of
So that was
2
just
per end if it were an 8-end game.
that was just a safety that time.
Yeah.
They'd scored a field goal earlier, but I don't know what a 4-pointer is. You don't get that in football. So
My favorite part looking at the scoreboard is the lone, like the single point scored in 6 was in error. They didn't want it. So Team MacNutt, they're up first. This is Grace McCusker.
This one's well out there.
We introduced the teams. Now's a good time to tell you what they all do. Grace is a psychology student at Dalhousie. That's all my... Is it alma mater? Alma mater?
Alma mater.
Mater. Alma mater.
Alma mater.
I've never said that about myself, so I've never had to wonder. And we already talked about Cynthia St. George, nursing student.
Just about to graduate.
23 years of age.
Line's good.
All right, so our setup's going to be in the rings for MacNutt, corner guard. And they like playing. This is the second time they've played the corner guard to this side of the sheet, the intern side. For all us right-handers, we tend to do that, I think. We like having that nice intern path to draw around.
So Grace McCusker. I was going to say Grace MacNutt. McCusker.
Well then.
Okay, line's good. Line's good. Maria,
Over and off.
Maria, yep. Okay, whoa, no,
You're good.
Gotta sit.
Gotta sit. It's really curling hard. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's the side. If you're going to have an over curl, you may as well be on the center line and leave the side of the sheet open where there is no corner guard.
Not a bad shot at all, actually.
Yeah.
Can't get under it.
So typically when a team's looking for 3 points, we'll see a second corner guard played, but Team St. George going right in. I think partly because they want to preserve a 2, right?
This one is deep, I think, Selena.
Yeah, they need this to slow down.
Don't think it's going to be out, but it's going to be well back. That's slowed down really hard. Ow. Now what to do?
Everybody nervous in these tight games.
Team MacNutt just loaded up. I think they can get second shot as well,
Yeah.
given that that red is in the back 12. Back 12, side 12. Where is it no longer back and side? Where's the dividing line? I've always wondered this.
Well, it
Is
is in
it
that.
like-
It's right in that land, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
on the T line, which we would definitely say is side 12.
Yeah.
It's not behind the logo, which we would definitely say is back 12. This is a question for the
Yeah,
ages.
it is that question that I don't know if there is an answer.
As long as people know what you mean when you say it. So Allyson MacNutt with the draw there, a little wide
A
and
little
heavy.
wide and heavy.
She's a communications student at the Mount St. Vincent University here in Halifax.
Do they get all the universities covered? We got a couple of Dalles, a St. Mary, and a Mount St. Vincent. There you go.
3 of 6.
I don't know. I was just wondering.
Unbeknownst to many, we have
What are
6
they-
universities.
In Halifax?
Yeah.
What are the other ones?
Yeah, I think.
Kings. Is it Kings?
Dallas, SMU, Kings, the Mount, NASCAD, Nova Scotia College of Art and Design, and the Atlantic School of Theology.
Probably just
Oh.
straight rope that. Get under. Yeah.
I think that's the right name, but it's the number is 6. Yeah.
Wow. Then, of course, you have the community college. The
NSCC. Yep.
yeah, I don't know how many campuses you have.
Yeah,
now.
there's a number of career
Yeah.
colleges. That's definitely the biggest one with the most campuses. So Emily Riley, she's not a student though. She's a mental performance consultant, which is an excellent person to have on a curling team,
It
if I do
is.
say so. Some days.
My team could use a mental performance consultant.
I think we
consultant.
could all. It's a part of the game we don't talk about as much. Oh, look at this nice shot. Beautiful. Just a slight miss on Allison's draw there, and
Yeah, it was
Sitting
too deep.
too.
Yeah. Look at the roll here.
you feel good being up 2, but then
Yes.
looking at this situation, 3 is certainly in play, and so is the steal. I mean, it can go anyway. So looking for the hit and roll here.
Need a curl.
Oh, I think it's curling. I think this is
our
at
chance
risk
at
of.
big roll, big
Yeah,
roll
try and
big.
get behind the corner and freeze. Oh, right in between.
Yeah, if it had just a little off on that, could have been ready for that big roll.
Little bit of an uh-oh, because
Yeah, if they
now we're
see-
going to see 2 reds behind the corner guard.
This is a really important shot for Emily. You don't want to just sit in the open. You need to roll either way. It's going to roll the other way, I think, now, Selena.
They didn't want to touch the red, and that is a unforced error there.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
Yeah, they didn't want to roll that much. They just...
If it hadn't touched the yellow, it would have been, much better situation. Or the red.
Yeah, if it doesn't touch that red, it's a heck of a shot.
And I think Maria Fitzgerald can see enough of this red to hit it and sit 2.
Yeah.
Maria's the representative from St. Mary's University, taking psychology. And got a little flop under the guard, too. Nice shot.
Maria's our bartender here on Monday nights. at the
Maria
Curling
does it
Club.
all.
pense pas.
I guess the thought being freeze, just do black mazes, you don't have a lot of area to score. So doing this, little run back, but
And curl on Monday nights, that's how I know she's our bartender.
And you're ordering, right?
Yeah.
Because you're winning?
Well, you know.
I would hope.
Yeah, we
Some nights.
probably buy more than we. I probably buy more than we buy our fair share.
So this
This
is
one's-
trying to preserve getting 2 points here. You got to get a rock in, but coming a little light.
Yeah, but it's open at the front.
Now
Wanted
what?
that to be in the 4-foot.
Now what do you do? Oh my!
Yeah.
Brendan was talking about potentially
Top 4, full 4.
ripping the guard, but I think the guard's helping you force.
I don't know what I want here. This is where you call the coach in. I don't mind freezing on
She's
the
a
red.
rushy one.
Yes, Teresa, come over.
But we do have Kevin Ouellette here. Big
I think
support for Team
Helen's-
MacNutt as they head to Worlds.
Helen's here as well.
Oh, it's Helen? I
Yeah.
didn't even see. Sorry, Helen Radford for
Yeah,
Curling Canada.
she's
I
working
think
with
you're
this.
here in that capacity right now.
She's working with that
Maybe.
team a fair bit as well. So that's a good call. That was a really good throw by Jamie. So makes Team MacNutt think about this one.
Mine's good.
Back four is not good.
Running.
You can see it running.
Back
so
eight is
it's
not
gonna
good.
Carry.
Back 12.
No line.
It's trying.
Girl.
They got to
You
make
got to
the
get
call.
it by. You got to go now.
Yeah, hard.
Okay.
That was tough. I think the sweepers were generally right, too. They could have tried to sweep that by,
Yeah. That's a
knowing it was heavy.
mistake by Maria there. She needed to be light.
sort of discarded.
13-9.
There are two. They are number 1 and 2, but a mess at the back now for Team St. George. Got their chance. Got to capitalize now. Jamie looking to draw down into the shot stone, I believe.
It's a small scoring area, too, Hugh, so this really has to be in, and
Ça va rapetir un peu.
they'll have to play something to
back
bump
eight.
that yellow back.
Back eight.
Ooh, heavy, too.
Mais oui, mais non. Elle est là. Elle est déjà là.
Easiest way to get a stone in that 4-foot right
OK?
Oh, my heavens. Right
Yeah,
there.
someone's got to make this shot.
Okay.
I think
For
same
Team
thing she
MacNutt,
drew.
lights the miss, hey?
Yeah, you got to be careful. Like you could really hit that red hard, thin or very thin, and you might be able to get both those yellows out of there. So
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking. Like if you're light and you're kind of
Yeah,
guarding
yeah,
that,
exactly.
it works. Nervous times. But we've just watched it twice. Sweepers should have a really good idea about the path and the speed.
Side sheets are off. You're left just with the 2 features.
So I think we have a final in sheet 1. Team Inglis takes the win over Team Malay.
Oh, there. Almost there.
I thought we were almost there.
Oh, there. Let it curl. Let it curl.
T-line! T-line!
Let it curl.
It's really got to finish. It's really got to finish.
Still T. Still T.
Got to finish hard.
T.
Yep. Yep, hard.
That's not a bad shot.
They wanted that to curl a little bit more.
A little more, but I
Pretty
think
good.
I think it's good.
So we're looking at
Do you have to hit the? I don't know if a freeze does much of anything.
I think you can
I think you got to
Just
jiggle those
draw.
around, because if you come in there and put it right where Jamie has their broom, and Maria or Allie takes off that other side, takes away the out turn, then what
Yeah.
does she have for last?
Yeah, like if Allie wasn't throwing another rock.
Yeah.
So obviously hypothetical. You
Yeah.
draw to the button, and then you'll have a
Right.
draw to the side button on the other side. on your last.
But
you got to give yourself a bit of room and give yourself 2 shots.
I
That's
think you
always
got
the
to
critical
jiggle these
thing.
yellows.
Tap took away the hole. So really all that's left is this one.
Ben, non, mais moi, je serais allée par là. Tu sais, j'aurais fait le cold draw, mais comme ça.
Yeah, so over in sheet 1, it was Team Inglis
C'est quoi que vous voyez? C'est juste qu'il faut
over
qu'on
Team
fasse la
LA.
fighter,
Then Inglis will go to
right?
2-1 or 3-1.
Je pense que si je suis
Hold,
blind,
please.
c'est une espèce de peel sur la 3, puis
That takes Malay to 1 and 3, and Inglis to 3 and 1.
Yeah. Should get them in the playoffs. Top 3 women's
Yeah.
teams in both pools will make the playoffs, so that should get them there. Same on the men's side. It is it's the winner of each pool, and then the next 2 top finishers. And if there's a tie, it'll be the last stone draw to determine the other 2 spots.
Oh yeah, from behind the glass.
J'ai juste l'impression que là, vous pensez pas
I think we might have just had a big score
on
of
n'aura pas de shot pour 2. Peut-être que ça
3
va
on
pogner
sheet
ça.
8
Ça va
for La
rester
Douceur as well.
pareil.
Sounded
Another-
like it. We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard. She was down a single playing 7 against Christina Black.
That's another high score. If that's a 3, she goes up 8 to 6. Got 9-7 here, 8 to 6 there. It's
Ooh, it's a measure. Well, we'll have to see.
Ok, je pense que j'aime ça. Fait qu'on veut comme peut-être essayer de
No, on our sheet, I think you almost just have to play the draw and then hope.
yeah, you got to
Right, like-
hope.
I don't think playing weight at anything in here is doing great.
No. I don't mind a little jiggle though. I don't know, maybe not.
I think you can use the jiggle to get into the button.
Yeah.
It's just that yellow's not going anywhere.
paralyzed then.
That yellow's not going anywhere, is it? No.
So, 2 reds.
Est-ce que tu penses qu'un 50 release, ça y va pareil?
Put them up.
Ça le rend un peu partout.
6. Play.
Okay.
Team Black. Coming home. Down 1. Don't go away. Right
So it was only 2, I guess, Selena, on sheet 8. So Team La Douceur has a 7-6 lead over Team Black. Black with the hammer playing 8.
On est backline.
Same back line.
So it might be perfect.
Might be.
Back 8.
Got to sweep to curl, though. I think they're right on this
And
one.
they need to curl.
If they could just get a flop in toward the button.
I
Oh,
think
it's
yellow's shot.
Ça est 25.
And maybe 2, maybe sitting 2.
Yeah, just put a guard up, I think.
That way. Like,
I don't know how St. George, even if it stays as it is, I don't know how they get there 2.
She might.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
She has like the run, and then it goes away.
She could
Broad thumb?
hit you could see a sliver of that yellow behind the red and play
You have to like move.
A bullet?
a massive peel. Then you could
Yeah. This is to win.
potentially come off that yellow over the top of the red. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. I think it's always hitting the red and it's going. I think we gotta block this.
They're looking at the only shot that they can see where it might be for 3.
We don't
So
have to
to
be deep.
secure against
right?
the win.
Like we can be anywhere from like here to here.
Yeah, like I think if it's like we throw it, what weight do you want to throw? Like, do you want to just throw a guard, or are we trying to come?
I think we should try and come here.
Do you want to be top 4?
Yeah.
And if we're light, then we leave it high.
Okay.
You can have a triple, or we can leave it high.
Why?
You leave it like here.
Why wouldn't you like?
So
Like
they're
if-
worried about, there's two, they're both
I think
difficult.
it's
There's
always
an
hitting
angle
the red.
run
It's always
on the
With the
corner
amount
red
of
that we
weight
see
you
on the
have to
right.
Yeah.
And then there's potentially a little, I don't know.
So why
if
not
there's a
peel?
run
Why,
onto the
if
yellow
all you
red.
got over there, why not peel the red out then?
Yes, you could do that.
What would we rather her play?
Play the hit in the red, peel the red off, roll to the center, and then what you
I
have.
think this is home.
But is
Like,
that
I don't
like,
think this is even there.
does it hit the red?
It's for the top.
Yellow first and goes over.
I think it will hit the yellow first, but I don't think it's gonna hit it.
I
think
think
it's
if you're
still
seeing
gonna
this, I like this. If that's what you're
If we make it, she has nothing.
I mean, a
If we
second
make
stone
this
in
good, does she have
there.
anything?
The thought is, if you put one in there, are you giving a shot?
I don't know.
Right? Are you giving a shot to get rid of the yellows? If it's
Okay,
peeking open and there's a big weight
So-
shot plate in there?
Full floor?
But
or
I don't
like-
think so. I think there's always a jam.
I just think more rocks over there give them a chance to make something.
Just grabbing some center.
Well, but something is a general, a general term.
I don't know if she has much, if anything. She got that. I think she has that angle on the red that's way out there. Play the double. Double in
Yeah.
the crotch.
Yeah,
take
the
that red.
angle run, yeah.
Take that red away. Then what do you have?
Yeah, but this guard's against it too, and there could be, I don't know if you can really miss a peel that bad and make the shot for the other team. You have to have some confidence in your abilities. I like this. I think it's like extra security if you're not
Yeah.
sure what some of the other shots will do, and I think that's the sentiment here. Is they're like, well, she might have this, or this for 2 or maybe 3. So let's just make it that much harder. But yeah, I think my other favorite is peeling the guard. So let's see.
Yep, hard then. Hard.
Sweepers think it's light.
Top 8. Just top 12.
Hard.
Top 8. Top 8, top 4. Top 4. Top 4.
They thought it was
Ricky,
heavy,
Ricky.
light, and now they think it's there.
Hard.
Want to get this in the full 4 foot.
Or you could do that.
Pretty good, I think.
Okay, fine. Just do that.
Because now if a big way is played on that red on the side, the shooter can't count, the back red can't count.
I don't know if there's
I think that does it.
any chance of anything, is there? Hit as close to the inside of that red as you can, and just, you're right there. Chuck it overhand, and
I don't think there's anything on that yellow. I think
oh, she's
you hit
playing
that
the yellow.
as thick as you can. It goes into the red. I really don't think that's there.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, when you think of it, could she play the triple on the yellows?
I just think as you hit as much as you can of that yellow, it's going into the red first, which is a point that you need.
But if she doesn't hit all of it,
The red, but
Lost the back red. Squeeze the other red out.
May as well try something. It's just
j'ai l'impression que ça va jamais. Je suis edge on edge, Jamie. Je suis edge on edge avec la top.
I don't think she does anything. If you play that one, I don't think you're.
edge on
I
edge
think
with the top 8 means the shooter won't roll under, and you need that to score the 2.
Like it's either that or like I try a random, like try to throw a bomb at this, try for 3, right?
Je pense qu'on va passer pour que ça. Je pense qu'on va passer pour que ça clique.
I don't see anything. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well,
They're seeming to think that this will
I know.
connect
Mais
with the
où
yellows.
ça va aller, genre pour la frapper, on voit pas ça.
Ok, je pense qu'on like it's the only shot we
Ah
have.
non, on la voit pas là. On la voit pas assez. Ben, on la voit, mais on la voit pas assez.
that's why I kind of just like the red. Hit the guard and roll to the center, and I don't think there was a shot.
On voit pas assez pour que. Mais anyway, on fait de shot là.
And this is big for the pool too, Hugh, with St. George at a record of 2-1, MacNutt at a record of 1-2. A win for MacNutt would even things. And there's no teams that are undefeated in that pool either, so it could get pretty complicated for the organizers.
That's why they pay Phil Grohl, the event coordinator. Phil in his first year as the event coordinator. Put in a lot of work for this event. Thanks, Phil. A little wobble, but recovery. And
all right. Let's see. Is it there? Last rock?
All over the front, isn't she? Or pretty close? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, all over the front. And a steal of 2 for yellow, and it will be a 11-7 win for Team MacNutt over Team St. George and just a big scoring game. So we'll be back with you at
12:45.
12:45 for our next draw. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at 12:45.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, "I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family." Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
And they would be like T-line.
Well, we can't hear them, of course, but
but
they looked at this. Oh, this looks heavy. Then
they were calling back 12 based on look and split. We're coming down, and then she had that one. I didn't even see it in the 7th wherever we got the 3, the 5th. It was an odd end where she overcurled and ticked the girls in for the second when
they chose red rock.
Yeah, is it a cutter like the whatever rock she was throwing?
Yeah, possible.
Because I was wondering too, like there's been some weird things on the sheets where it's like some extreme scores. Like this has had the most. Yeah.
She throws a lot of rotation, so it's not as if it's like a flat handle. That's
yeah.
They misread the rocks every time.
What's that? Yeah.
Well, we're just wondering if maybe they're just a little off.
Visually, it looks like she lost rotation. She had enough weight, but it
just died. Yeah, they were hollering every time. They would holler back 8, back 12, and it's been up top. What did you think of Ally's last shot? What she could have done? What she did, or
well,
I think that was.
You put it there perfectly.
Yeah, right.
But the only thing we saw is she should have peeled off the corner.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to Selena.
Or even if you nose hit it, then it's only yours.
Then it's your right going in. Right. So that's what I was thinking too.
My fear is like the very few people played weight to the wings, and like you over curl, and you have to think that you're going to make it, and you could make it for them.
The only other thing I was thinking about that